Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Next Level Careers. You know what nobody talks about when it comes to growth? The difficult phase. Everyone talks about success. Everyone talks about the glow up. Everyone talks about becoming stronger, becoming better, becoming successful. But very few people talk about the phase where you feel lost while growing. The phase where nothing feels stable anymore, where you are no longer the old version of yourself, but you still haven't become the new one. And honestly, that phase can feel lonely. I think one of the hardest things in growth is realizing that evolution requires letting go of old habits, old ways of thinking, sometimes even old relationships. And that process is uncomfortable because your mind naturally wants familiarity. Even when familiarity is hurting you, sometimes we stay attached to versions of ourselves that no longer fit who we are becoming. Not because they make us happy, but because they feel safe. And growth challenges that safety. There is also something difficult about becoming unfamiliar to yourself. You start changing your mindset. Your priorities change. Your energy changes. Things that once excited you no longer excite you. Conversations change. Your vision changes. And suddenly, you feel disconnected from the life you once thought you wanted. That can feel scary because growth is not only about gaining new things. Sometimes growth is grieving the old version of you, and I think many people quit during this phase. Not because they are weak, but because transformation is uncomfortable. Growth asks for discipline when motivation disappears. Growth asks you to continue even when results are invisible. And sometimes you are working on yourself quietly while nobody notices your efforts. That phase requires emotional strength. But here is what I learned. The difficult phase of growth is not a sign that you are failing. It is often a sign that you are transforming. A butterfly probably feels uncomfortable before it flies. And maybe the discomfort you feel right now is simply your life asking you to evolve. Maybe right now you feel confused. Maybe you feel behind. Maybe you feel disconnected from who you used to be. But that does not mean you are lost. It could mean you are outgrowing a version of yourself. And growth often feels messy before it feels beautiful. Do not rush your transformation. Some seasons are not meant to make you comfortable. Some seasons are meant to rebuild you. And one day, you will look back and realize that the difficult phase was the phase that changed everything. This is Next Level Careers. And remember, you were not born to stay the same.